Hello and welcome to the maths lesson. Donkeys can fly. The sun will rise tomorrow. A newborn baby will be a girl. We will discuss about these statements later. Today you're learning about probability. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to calculate probability of an event happening. Almost every day, you hear somebody talking about the probability of whether something will happen. They usually use the words such as chance, likelihood, or risk rather than probability. For example, what is the likelihood of rain tomorrow? What chance does he have of winning the 100-meter sprint? Is there a risk that his company will go bankrupt? Here is a probability scale. Please note that all probabilities lie somewhere in the range of 0 to 1. You can give a value to the chance of any of the outcomes or events happening. This value is called the probability. It is true that some things are certain to happen and some things cannot happen. That is, the chance of something happening can be anywhere between impossible to certain. So these situations can be represented on the probability scale. As we saw the first three statements in the beginning, the probability of a donkey flying is 0 because it is impossible. The probability of the sun will rise tomorrow is 1 because it is certain. And the probability of a newborn baby to be a girl is half because there is an even chance of a baby being a boy or a girl. However, it is difficult to know exactly where to put the arrow on the probability scale for some events. For example, you will live to be 100. Now, if you look at this statement, where do you think you're going to put an arrow for this statement? You can't say it is impossible, and we can't say it is certain. So it becomes a little bit difficult to put the arrow on the probability scale. Now let's look at some examples. There are 10 balls in a bag. 1 is red, 2 are blue, 3 are yellow, and 4 are green. A ball is taken out without looking. What is the probability that it is red, blue, or green? Let's do the first one. Probability for red, we know that the number of ways the outcome can happen divided by the total number of possible outcomes. So, how many red balls are there in the bag? It is given in the question. There is 1 red. So, there is 1 outcome can happen. And what is the total number of possible outcomes? There are altogether 10 balls in the bag. So it can be written as 1 upon 10 or 1/10. Now let us look at the second question, that is, what is the probability that it is blue or green? In this case, we are talking about blue or green. So if you look at the question, there are 2 blue balls and there are 4 green balls. So altogether there are 6 balls. So we can write this as 2 plus 4 divided by 10, which gives us 6 upon 10. Can be simplified to get as 3/5. Another question, an 8-sided spinner has the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 on it. It is spun once. What is the probability that the score is a prime number? B greater than 3 and C 9. So in this set of numbers here, how many numbers are prime numbers? First, let us say what are the prime numbers here. So the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5 and 7. So if you count the number of prime numbers, we get 1, 2, 3 and 4. This as 4 upon 8, because the total number of possible outcomes are 8. There are 8 numbers, 1 to 8. And we can simplify this fraction to give it as half. Look at B, greater than 3. So probability of getting a number that is greater than 3. So 1 is less than 3, 2 is also less than 3, 3 is equal to 3. But the numbers that are greater than 3 are from 4 to 8. So how many are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 numbers. So the probability of the number that is greater than 3 is equal to 5/8, 5 upon 8. And let us look at the last one. What is the probability that the score is 9? The score can only be from 1 to 8. It is not possible to get 9. So the probability of getting a 9 is 0, because it is impossible.